Previously on Tekken. So, I want to make a correction on my Rona timeline on when a vaccine comes out. I need to move my prediction about 2 more months. I decided to look it up, the whole vaccine process, like where they are, what causes the slowdown, and I'm a bit more educated now. So even though my guess is nowhere near a typical timeline, I'll place my bets on early January. It seems like one of the biggest challenges they have is to see if someone's immune to the Rona after they take the vaccine. The reason why it takes so long is that they can't purposely give you the disease. It's an ethics thing. Probably some of you are thinking, well shoot, just give them the Rona or pay me enough money and I'll do it myself. But let's imagine like they made a vaccine for HIV. You really want to be injected with the virus? Probably not. So where can they draw the line?
Yeah, you were scared.
A line where they could, what disease they could purposely throw at you.
That's right, you were scared. That's what happened.
There really isn't a method to decide what disease is right to purposely inject. And so what they do is they take a group of people who took the vaccine and another group who hasn't.
What?
And then they wait a bit, then find out how many people in the control group got it and how many people in the experimental group got it. Then they repeat it. If the numbers become very discernible, then the vaccine is working. But this process takes years. So I'm not exactly sure how they're going to get around that, but considering how big the Rona is, they might do something about it. So I made a temporary switch from Marduk to Paul for 2 reasons. One, I feel like Marduk is so tall that his attacks get easily evaded. But the thing is, I can't really describe it. It really does feel like my punches just whiff past or hitbox if they do any type of evasive move. And second, Marduk is so big that I feel like I can't evade anything. So often I want to whiff punish someone, but because I see their, I see their pattern and I know what they're gonna do next. But as I stand back, I get hit by it instead. With Paul,
What?
I feel like there isn't anything complex I can really do. There's a few cancels, but I feel like anyone at pro levels will never really fall for that. And also, rewatching this, I crushed really hard on some moves. I might blame Tekken Revolution on that one. If you play online too long, you start to do moves that work online, and it gets ingrained into your daily play. I bet some of you do this too. There's some move that you like to throw out, and you know it should get launch punish, but because your online opponent does not, you just keep doing it. And a number of times I did the down back bow punches with Marduk was way too much. That move is negative 22. That's a lot, but people don't really punish me, so I did it a lot. So in order to make the switch to Paul, I had to throw this 40 win streak away. So spoiler alert there. I could have played unranked or played against bots to warm up, but forget it. The fastest way to play real people with real internet points on the line.
You did it?
I played stiff and awful, but it had to be done. The person didn't even rematch me either. They probably celebrated, told their mom, took that clip to Twitter. I can't help it though, because I'll put in the effort to to stop it, but
Get over there.
Sometimes you get that aggressive opponent who you know they're going to fall for this, so you're kind of in a dilemma. Do you keep doing the move and because it's going to get you to win, or do you risk a loss so you can personally get better? Because the opponent side of, not the opponent side, the opposite side of the argument is, if your opponent loses to something, you just keep doing it. There's no reason to stop. But once in a while, I'll do a juggle from Tekken Revolution, and it's annoying. Somehow I forgot that corkscrew attacks exist, and I just do a normal basic combo. Or I'll just drop it when I realize, right in the middle, that I'm doing something wrong. You're gonna see it a few times, where I start juggling someone,
You fool!
and it just do something not even close, where, what I normally do. And so I don't really use rage arts or rage drives that much, but I don't know, somehow I just had the thought to do it there. You know what really helped me? to like get past like the Rona times. You know, because a lot of times we were like on quarantine or lockdown. I downloaded like a gacha game for Girls X Battle 2. And for those of you who don't know, a gacha game is where it's normally a mobile game, and you get characters randomly like the lottery, and the characters are not balanced. So I got myself an idle game, which means you get experience points, gold, whatever as time goes on. And you don't need to have the game on during the meantime. And as weird as it sounds, you know, there's only so much you could do in that game, and I needed a game like that. Like when the daily reset happens, I'll just do my dailies. Like I'll get my small amount of dopamine and claim my rewards, and then I'm done. I can't do it anymore. And the reason why I like it is so that I don't burn time on a mobile game when I could be doing something else productive. But it does give me something to look forward to every day. Like, at the moment, there are like zero things I'm looking forward to. Do I recommend a game to anybody else? Not really. It's definitely a game for whales. They have a VIP level depending on how many real-world bucks you spend on it. And I gave them 11 of my Google dollars, and I'm VIP level 1. The max VIP level you can reach is level 13.
You said what was that? I don't know.
If you spend $20,207.88.
You get nervous over there. I've noticed.
So for the price of a 2018 Ford Taurus, you could reach the max benefits of increased experience and gold. The game isn't even balanced. Like there's no reason for it. It is purposely made for you to spend your money.
Option select.
And the most amazing thing is this game is even a direct ripoff of another mobile game called Idle Heroes.
Acting like you won't get command grab.
The events are the same. The heroes have the same abilities. The only difference is they are anime girls. So even with all this, I play it because it gives me something to look forward to. Oh, that reminds me. Actually, I had the opportunity to reserve a PS5, but I passed on it. Like, I do not have a single game I want to play on the PS5, and it was the same for the PS4. Like, I bought one, but it was for my girlfriend. I bought it because of the limited edition.
Here we go again.
One. I already planned to get her like a PS4 Pro, and one time I woke up, and for some reason I decided to check Facebook. Like my friend CJ said the pre-orders for Kingdom Hearts 3 consoles were open. And I already bought a PS4 Pro on Black Friday, so I double-checked to see if that special console came with the game. And I was like, oh, it did. I guess it saved me some money. And it was the only reason why I bought the special edition. Her friends were envious, and it was all worth it. Like, I even sold the other PS4 Pro because, like, you know, I bought it at a crazy price. It was like $320 after shipping, which is a lot less than the usual $400. Now, anyways, I'll get you sidetracked. Like, every game that I want to play on the PS4 came on Steam, and my PC can run, like, a good number of games. Like, sure, I missed out on, like, God of War, but in all honesty, I only played God of War 1, and only halfway. So it wasn't really a game for me. Like, have you ever had that feeling, though? Like, when you, like, watch a movie, you know it's good, but it just wasn't for you? And that's how I felt about God of War. Like, I know it wasn't bad, it just wasn't for me. I only wanted to do, like, 2 games on the PS4, and that was, like, Final Fantasy 15, and Detroit Become Human, and they both came over to Steam. Like, I still have to wait a little bit for Detroit Become Human because I believe it's still at full price, and it's just being sold like for like $10 on a PS4.
Watch your feet, boy!
I definitely planned on making this video last Sunday, but I was 8 minutes in, and it was already like 2 a.m. So I had to wait a whole week before I could finish it. You know, it's just some clips and me talking, but man, why did it take so long?
I knew you were gonna do it.
Just so I could like actually get some videos out, I took a week off of work in the middle of October so I could make some videos. I was a tiny bit excited over new video ideas. One is definitely Tekken related, but I'm also going to have a few anime ones. Then whenever the big Season 4 patch happens, I'll take some time off and I could show you the before and after. You know, I thought that I could save a copy of Tekken 7 pre-patch, keep it offline, and then play it to show the differences. But for some reason, I can't seem to do that. Not on the same computer anyways, and I'm not exactly sure why. So I'm gonna put it on a laptop and keep it offline and try to like play that way. Hopefully Steam doesn't require me to like sign on. So that way I could do maybe even more characters than just like Paul and Marduk. Also, I know I'm jumping around a lot on topics, but I am currently looking for a new place to live, whether it's to rent or buy. So I applied for a mortgage loan, and apparently the biggest thing when it comes to mortgage lending is your monthly pay and how much money you have on hand right now. They feel like the more down payment you put down, the safer it is to lend it to you. So that way, if anything happens, then the bank, if I go into foreclosure, the bank could use that down payment to resell the house.
I knew you were gonna do it.
The start isn't as nerve-wracking as from what I hear from like other people, but if it gets stressful, we'll see what happens. I just need a place that can accommodate a very large dog, and I really hate that they charge pet rent on top of a non-refundable deposit. Well, like what a crummy word, a non-refundable deposit. It's like boneless wings. Like, how dare you lie to me? Just say it's a pet fee.